organizing daily international webinar series. This international series inviting the renowned speakers from India and abroad, and they are delivering their speeches every day. So we are enriching in the knowledge on various topics on every day. And this series is running from last 5 years under the Women Empowerment series. Because if you see the list of the speakers, all speakers are mostly women resource persons. So that this series recognized as a India Book of Record, Asia Book of Record, and International Book of Records on women empowerment. As a part of this series, today we have invited as a speaker Dr. Sabina Kohlmann, who is PhD and Vice Dean at Berlin School of Business and Innovation, and she is the keynote speaker, also artificial intelligence in strategy, and she is from Berlin, Germany, and she is the faculty of economics and business administration in the Berlin School of Business and Innovations, and she is involved in various academic activities and the conferences. With a rich experience in her education field and innovative field, I request you, ma'am, you can start your speech. Welcome from my organization and welcome from my all participants, those who are joined here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. BETKAR. Greetings to everybody from Berlin, from Germany. My name is Dr. Sabina Kohlmann. I am a Vice Dean at the Berlin School of Business and Innovation. Our school is located in the heart of Germany, in the capital, Berlin, but we also have our campuses in Hamburg, Germany, Paris, France, Barcelona, soon Madrid, Spain, and Athens in Greece. I would just like to say that it is an honor for me to be here. So once again, Dr. BETKAR, thank you so much for including me in this series. I am very much grateful for this opportunity, especially because our school has really good relationships with India, and I can tell you that we have a lot of students here coming from India, and that we host them and that we take care of them really well. Today I will share the presentation. I will deliver a keynote that is called Algorithm Society, Consumer Behavior Perspective. It is the introduction to actually the book that I am working on. So if you don't mind, I will start by sharing this presentation with you. Just a second, please. Window here, share. Okay, can you just please confirm that you can see my presentation, please? Thank you so much. So I call this presentation, but also my book, The Algorithm Society, a Consumer Behavior Perspective. And you will see today only a part, a glimpse of what is this book going to be about. I'm very happy that this is actually me first time delivering this topic publicly. I've named this presentation and also the book Algorithm Society because today in 2026 we are more than ever under the influence of artificial intelligence and AI-driven algorithms who affect the consumer behavior in many ways. What I have found out is that I am presenting here some of the data that I managed to collect. Basically says that by 2025, which was the end of last year, the data that we have at the moment, that 1.7 to 1.8 billion people globally have used AI tools with 500 to 600 million engaging daily. The statistics also show that 61% of American adults use AI in the past 6 months, with nearly 20% relying on it daily for various tasks. I can also confirm that for my position, and what I do is the quality compliance and global partnerships. This is something that I am in charge here at the Berlin School of Business and Innovation. I use AI tools on daily basis, and what they help me with is I basically save a lot of time, help me a lot with summarizing some of the reports, and make my data that I have much more meaningful. The AI is not here as of yesterday. We all know this. We know that Amazon has been using AI and algorithms for years. It's just that with the introduction of ChatGPT, it gained the broader perspective, the broader acceptance globally, right? But the companies have been using the AI and the AI tools for years. And the impact of the AI can be considered that both vertically and horizontally. What I mean by that is that vertically we discuss different industries like finances, like travel, retail, even education, right? However, also horizontally within the companies, which means that all departments are under the influence of AI tools, and that they, if not yet, should embed AI in order for them to be much more efficient in terms of much more precise data analytics, but also when it comes to time consumption. When I did my executive education in the US at the Kellogg School of Business Management, for which you know that it's one of the best US business schools, they taught us and they gave us the example that I always like to share with people. And it was an example of two lawyers trying to find a mistake in a contract. So they used two people and also AI to see whether or not they will be able to find the mistake in the contract. And if so, who will be faster? So AI was managed to find the mistake within a minute, while the first lawyer found the mistake after an hour, the second one after 2 hours. So this is just like a really plain, simple example of how the embedment of AI tools actually help people to be much more efficient when it comes to also time. How the AI changes the consumer behavior, it starts from the search to the final stage, which is always a purchase decision making. It helps us discover goods, services, brands, take under the considerations. We simply are able to compare better the products or the services. Also, when in terms of prediction and a very seamless, I would say, support from the AI when it comes to the checkout. What is happening in marketing, which is my primary area, let me call it this way, is this hyper-personalization. So customers know today that the platforms such as Instagram, such as Netflix, such as Amazon, collects the data from consumers on every day, which means that everything that we do online is some sort of the data. And that they use this data so that they could be much more precise in what they think that the consumer would like to see in their feed, or that they might be interested in purchasing some other products or services. And this is like a trade-off that we are currently experiencing. Okay, you can collect my data, but for that, I want my content to be personalized so that I can enjoy the benefits of this primary data collections on these platforms, right? However, there are also things that are, I would say, come also with every technology advancements. And in this aspect, everybody is now questioning. There is like this big question always in the air. Will AI take my job, or will I be replaced by the job? And my answer is yes. If you're not using AI, you will be replaced basically by the human who has embedded these tools into their business practice, regardless of the department, regardless of the industry. We have also seen the rise of many other AI services, like different AI chatbots. We are now seeing the rise of services like AI companionships. And these are the solutions that help people who might feel lonely to get the support from the AI. I recently also participated in one really nice it was a case study, some leadership series that we also held here at the Berlin School of Business and Innovation, and it was delivered by the psychologist. And the discussion was also about the AI, and the question was, how AI and can it, at the end of the day, completely replace a human? And we all concluded that it is not possible. So I would suggest that we keep our things very calmly, that we accept the technology that is coming to us and take advantage of this technology in the best possible way. This is always the case when we have quantum jumps when it comes to the technology advancements. We saw that of equilibrium, which means that if you are, as a company, completely replacing humans with AI, and on the other hand, you have people who are not working, then I ask you this: who will be the customers for these products and services that you are producing if people are not working and not making any money. So I believe that there will be also a equilibrium when it comes to these market conditions, and that we as humans will not be replaced by the technology. It will just have to be very smart how we use this technology. Also, the concerns of the privacy is something that has been there were a lot of discussions about the privacy, and these are the concerns. In the European Union, we have very strict EU acts and how privacy when it comes to AI should be tackled. However, not all countries are aligned with that. We will be observing what will be happening in the US when it comes to their decision making on how to tackle the AI and privacy as well. So from my side, I would suggest that we embrace it, but also use it in a very ethical way. Today, the AI has advanced so much that basically some of the content that people are consuming online, they're so good that you cannot even tell if it's AI or is it human made. However, the example of the latest efforts when it comes to marketing communication coming from the Coca-Cola, when no, it was the iPhone. They made a Christmas commercial here in Europe with the new phone, and no AI was used, and this was highly accepted by the people. So suggestion is use AI, but also keep this human touch so that we as humans can actually relate on what we can see, because not all can be, I would say, artificially made. But this also brings me to one other topic. We call this artificial intelligence, right? Which means that there is an intelligence that is artificial. However, I ask you this, is it actually intelligent? Or is it just what I like to say, a Google on steroids? Because when you see how agentic AI works and how the information that is provided to the user is collected, we basically just see speeding up the processes, but without, I would say, any additional new knowledge. It is based on the existing knowledge. So what we tend to suggest to the students that are, for example, in my marketing classes, is that please do embrace AI, but also work on your critical thinking, because critical thinking will be something that will make you distinctive in the job market, for example. Because if you can be replaced by the AI, then the company will certainly not see the value in hiring you. But if you can provide the perspective, if you can gain such knowledge, in-depth knowledge in your field, and provide a critical thinking, a perspective that is maybe out of the box, that is not existing, I see this as an opportunity for everybody. So more than ever, I believe that the emphasis should be on developing and emphasis on the development of the critical thinking. The other, I would say, dark side is, are we actually becoming more lazy? I see from myself, for example, that even some easy tasks that I know how to do, I ask AI to do it for me. I've noticed that, for example, I grew up with having a regular land telephone in my household. So when you are raised in such an analog environment, we had nothing but to remember, let's say, for example, phone numbers of our friends, of other households, and things like that. So up to this day, I still remember the phone number that I had as a kid when I was growing up. If you ask me today about phone numbers or even my closest friends and family members, I do not remember, because this is what smartphones did to us. We simply stopped using this part of the brain. So this dark side, I would also say, please be cautious that you don't over rely on AI in terms of, you know, how you remember things, how you think about things, so that we can actually enjoy the beauty of us being so different and having different point of views, and not just pushing the point of view of the large language models, let me call it this way. So this trust, privacy, and consumer skepticism is definitely on the rise. And as you can see here, I found the information that 36% of baby boomers reject the AI health services due to the privacy concerns. For example, in Germany, we have a AI app where you can use for your health issues. But still, the question is, who controls this data and who does what with this data, and where this data is also going to. One other concern that I also forgot to mention is the sustainability of the entire AI. I would say that it's not a bubble. I think it's something that is here to stay and have more and more impact on our lives. But if you look at this from the sustainability perspective and how much you need to invest in, let's say, data centers, and we are discussing billions, somebody needs to pay for these billions, right? This money needs to be returned. There should be a return of the investment. So I think that we will certainly see the progress when it comes to the development of AI, but also I don't think that it will be happening that fast in terms of how sustainable these data centers are and how fast actually the infrastructure can follow this technological advancement. I also stated here that how AI has an impact on businesses, and specifically when it comes to marketing, we see that 30% of faster campaigns, which means that the execution is much more faster with the AI tool. This is very, very specific when it comes to the marketing communication departments. And we see that because of the predictive analytics and how the ROI, the return of investment, gets higher. But as I said, also let us be a bit careful with this data, because we still need to see of how much of the return of the investment for each company the deployment of artificial intelligence actually will be. There are some predictions that I put here when it comes to the consumer behavior and artificial intelligence by 2030. Why 2030? It's because we are simply not in a position at this moment to have any better precise data than for the next, let's say, 4 or 5 years, because at this point nobody actually knows how much the AI will change. We see tremendous impact, but we also need to see the return of the investment and the sustainability and all the issues that we address here today. And however, the predictions are that, as you can see here, the AI integration in daily life will be completely normal across all demographics. So regardless of the age. And today we are experiencing a 12 billion market value currently when it comes to the AI. And by 2030, the predictions are over 100 billion. These are really impressive numbers. As I said, we will see how this how the sustainability will actually work out. To conclude my my presentation is that yes, we all agreed that it is reshaping every facet of consumer behavior. There are also some other issues that resurface daily, but we should use it, as I said, responsibly, ethically, and I said here there is an unprecedented opportunity that awaits for us. But also, I would add at the end that let's not also forget to be humans at the end of the day. I am most definitely sure that this human touch that we have that makes us so human, that will not be, at least for the time being, replaced by the AI. Thank you so much. If you have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Anybody from you, I will be more than happy to answer any question when it comes to AI, not just the consumer perspective, anything that maybe I didn't tackle enough, but if I can answer or if I can give you just my perspective, I will be more than happy to answer. How do you guys feel about the AI? Do you have like a fear that you will be replaced? Do you feel that maybe even the education that you are getting today will not be maybe suitable for the next years of what is happening? Thank you so much, Prakash. If I'm reading this correctly, I actually throughout this time I became quite good in pronouncing the names of our students from India. But if you want to ask me something, I would be more than happy to. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. How is AI transforming consumer preferences? This is actually a very good question. Our preferences. For example, if you look at the employment of artificial intelligence, let's say on the dating apps, how the dating apps work, they're all driven by the algorithm, and there is always like a situation when you get the recommendation about meeting this person or that person, and this is all AI. I ask you this, have you ever considered, I had so many discussions with our students here, and I told them, you guys, you students who are on the dating apps, have you ever thought, would you meet actually this person in life and that you didn't, for example, made a profile on this dating app? So they said no. So you understand, from a perspective of a human, we choose our partners in life as one of the most significant decisions in our life. So now imagine your life partner has been picked up by the AI, right? So this is like a really nice example that I provide to students when they ask me things like that, like the impact of the AI on our preferences. And also, there is one thing that we noticed what is happening, for example, on social media. On social media, there is this trend that they call this Instagram face, that AI algorithms are pushing the same type of people, or let's say in this case, women who look the same, who have long hair, who have the exact same makeup, who have the exact same eyes, who have the exact same shape of the nose, who have the exact same shape of the lips. And you now see that this kind of like became a standard today. This what we call Instagram face, right? So this is how AI shapes our preferences, like on daily basis. We don't even notice because it goes so smoothly. But what the trends are suggesting is that at one point we will go back to roots. We will start appreciating what is authentic. I would not say different. I would just say that what is authentic, what is original, and that we will actually celebrate our the differences and our authenticity. I hope this answers your question.
Participants are requested to unmute and they can discuss on this important topic with our speaker.
There are so many of you today. Thank you, Muhammad. Any other questions? Well, now you have me. This is a perspective that comes from a marketing expert. My bachelor, master, and doctorate are in marketing, but 2 years ago, I made a transition to artificial intelligence because I knew that in my life, in my professional career, I will be completely irrelevant if I do not embed the artificial intelligence in my portfolio, right? So if I do not, as a professional, develop in this aspect. So this would be also my recommendation for you, that regardless of what do you aspire to accomplish in your life, how can change common man behavior for AI use? I'm not sure if I understand the question. Can you just like rephrase it a bit?
Preeti ma'am, you can ask by unmuting.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, good morning, Preeti. How are you?
Namaskar. I am fine, ma'am. And you?
I am fine. Are you studying something?
Yes, ma'am. No. I am in college. I am in assistant professor in college for 1 year.
Perfect. So what is your expertise?
My discipline is economics. So your subject is related to my subject in some part.
Perfect.
My opinion is today, AI technology is essential nowadays for all teachers, students, and common people. Day by day increasing. Nowadays AI is increasing, and you have seen always data for future 2030. Then all are not possible for AI use. So common man, how can use and interest and behavior, how can develop for all common man? My question is, how can change their behavior? Nowadays he does not want to use AI, only textbook for student also.
Okay, so 2 points here. We are experience a high percentage of AI usage by our students, which means that we have cases where students craft completely their essays with the AI. Of course, these people are then sent to the academic misconduct, and basically they are required to resubmit. The policy is the following: you can use AI. You're more than welcome to use AI. Nobody will punish you if you use AI. But you need to use it responsibly. You need to state that you used AI. And you cannot present the core parts of your essay, of your student work as your own if you just copy pasted this from some AI agent. It just doesn't work. And specifically, we are very cautious with the master students who at the level 7 need to have the development of what I discussed today is the critical thinking, right? So as I said, we do not punish them for using, we actually encourage them. I use AI in the class all the time. Even if they ask certain questions, we have a discussion and then we see, okay, let's see what the AI will say. So we also embrace this in the education. It's just that we cannot accept complete usage of AI that is presented as a student work, as individual work. You do have to do your work. You do have to do the research. You do have to read. And this is not because we are bad people, it's because we want you to prepare yourself for what is out there. I tell you, I come from corporate world. I've been in academia for just a couple of years. I can tell you that my added value all the time was that they knew what they were paying for. My perspective, whether or not the management wanted to hear this, my task was to provide my opinion, even if it goes against the opinion of the majority. But this is what they knew, what they're paying for. If they cannot understand what they're paying for, I'm sorry, but there's just no future for you in this organization. So my suggestion is, yes, start today with AI. Yes, please do. You have so many free courses that you can take. Google provides this, NVIDIA provides this. So many companies provide this. You have Coursera where you can take this for free. But also develop your critical thinking. The book will never be replaced. I love books. I'm this old school. I still like to read things. I need to have a book in my hand. Okay, you can use PDF. For me, it's not the same. I really like this feeling of the book. Okay, at the end of the day, I'm 47, so I'm this old school scholar. But just don't be afraid of it. I will tell you how I felt.
Nowadays, students' interest is falling down, not use a book, textbook, and not want to go library. So this is a very big problem for teacher.
I know.
Only shortcuts, only ChatGPT or etc. So I think yes, this is a very challenge for teacher. Where interest is falling down for book, textbooks. But I have also interest nowadays. I daily use a book only, not AI. Similarly, compared to AI, I always depend on only book, ma'am.
I know. Well, students will always be students. I mean, at the end of the day, we were all students. And we always want to make our, I would say, life easier. However, this raising the conscience of that they really need to understand what they're working and what they're saying. But let me give you one example. I gave a group of students a task to provide me with the presentation on the artificial intelligence on any topic they want. They could choose the industry, the department, everything. I even told them, use AI even to create your presentation. I do not care. But when you come into the class, when you present this, make sure that you know what you're doing. So take AI as your learning assistant, not to replace your learning journey. It will not happen to you. The success you want in life will not come from taking shortcuts. I guarantee you. Professor BETKAR, I believe that you're on my side, because we did our work when there were no internet, where we had to go to the library, we had to buy books, we had to read the books. There was no AI. And I will tell you, from today's perspective, from the perspective of somebody who works in 2026, I tell you that I am super grateful that I did my learning journey in a traditional way, because I know you cannot find me not knowing something from my subject. I did the work. Let me give you an example. On my PhD, I had a first exam. For first 2 years, I had only exams. My first exam was made of the literature of 2,000 pages, more than 2,000 pages. I read everything. In the exam, there was one excerpt, like one sentence from all these 2,000 pages to craft an essay. So you had to read everything just to understand the context of this one sentence. I had also a old school mentor. He was really tough on me on my doctorate. He was so tough on me because he said, I'm doing this for you. And today, as years pass, I am so grateful that he insisted that I do the extra work, because today, when you ask me a question from my field, I guarantee you that I know how to answer this question. And this is your value. This is what I would suggest to your students as well. If you want to be distinctive in the market, you have to know your field. No shortcuts. AI is here just as an assistant, not as a replacement.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks to you.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you for your lovely question.
All participants may mute and can discuss, because this topic is from our assistant dean, and who is helping our students, those who are studying in Germany. And we know her today about her hard journey of reading books, persisting on the hard work, insisting on the hard work. At the same time, how the books are important, how
Yes.
AI is just a tool for us. As you are saying to students that you prepare, you take help of AI, but before presentation, you should read the content, whether it's correct or not. You first understand the content and then explain. That is more useful, because the time can be saved with using this one. But you have to read the answers of that questions in that, information in that. So it is as a tool. So there is no alternative for teachers, no alternative for books. At that time, what happens? Book were available, and students were using that. Nowadays, printing media is not keeping available the data, which is not republishing that data, so that students necessary to read the AI help, because in AI many documents are digitalized. So using AI, using this tool of this AI is very essential. At the same time, we have to understand and we have to use it critically. A very nice presentation by you, ma'am. And at the same time, you have said the danger of this AI in the Instagram, all these things, reels, those who are producing similar effects, and they are doing adverse effect on the society. And also the knowledge which is they are giving on AI is not the perfect one, because teacher should verify this one, whether it is correct or not. So these things are very useful for us. We enjoyed this topic, and we wish all the best. Congratulations for your book publishing in the best subject, useful subject, and in future you will be invited here, because we are related to our community, teacher community. So it's more responsibility of us to invite you, and you can share in future also. Thank you, ma'am, for your best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for this amazing group. Thank you for all your questions. You can connect with me over LinkedIn if you have any questions, if you want any kind of other collaborations. I'm more than happy to accommodate your requests. Have a great day and hope to see you soon in some other webinar. Bye-bye.